Hello folks, it's the Anonymous Patriot back with another World of Tanks video. So at what point do you know that your team is a fail? I'm told the XVM mod tells you the skill level of all players in the match and the chance of winning the battle. What this leads to invariably is some Lugan posting in battle chat, "We only have a 30% chance of winning this game." And suddenly, most of the team that see this do not try their best, if they try at all. And of course, you lose the battle. Did the team fail? Or did that XVM user drive them towards failure? I personally do not want to know what the chances of winning the battle are, as I approach every single World of Tanks match with the intent of winning the battle. Sure, I get let down a lot, and sure, I get my share of fail teams, but seriously, the last thing I am going to do is defeat myself before I even start. And that is exactly what XVM does in that respect. Mental defeat before the battle even starts, and if that happens, you've already lost. This is one of the reasons I have no use for XVM or those that use it. Furthermore, you will also see XVM users posting about shitty teams being full of tomatoes, which are the red-rated players. This is another form of defeatist attitude. Ask yourself this: if General George Patton had told his troops that they sucked and they were all fails, would have the American forces in Europe during World War II won as many battles as they did? If Rommel had done that, the British would have rolled over him in the first week in North Africa. Yes, I realize that World of Tanks is just a game, but the concept of inspiration is the same. I can't begin to tell you how many times I have seen clan members just go AFK in a battle, and later when I messaged them asking, "Hey, what the hell happened?" they told me, "XVM told me that we only had a 33% chance of winning, so I just gave up." It's at this point that I point out that that was a complete fucktard move, and thank them for helping to ensure that we lost. Remember, I said I enter every match with the intention of winning, and if someone doesn't pull their weight, at least it tends to make me a little angry. Sure, my stats aren't the greatest at all. I am referred to as a tomato. I refer to myself as the Tomato King. The stat Nazis love to point that out when I disagree with them on any subject dealing with World of Tanks. You know, because everyone but them are idiots and have no hope of getting any better or learning from their mistakes. And that's the main reason why I leave battle chat turned off 98% of the time in my matches. Sometimes I leave it turned on if I've just gotten done platooning with someone, and I usually regret that I do it. When I am general chat rooms on either the West or East servers, I have no qualms about blacklisting a stat Nazi. There are people on my blacklist whom are only there because they were complete douchebags in chat. Oddly enough, I never see these douchebags in random battles at any tier, which leads me to believe either that they play little and talk a lot, do a lot of seal clubbing in tier 1 to pad their own stats, or they are just there to outright troll and argue with people. In any case, I have no problem blacklisting them, and if I do see them in matches, I have ways of dealing with them, as you can see from the link here about the Revenge of the Tomato King. So how do you absolutely know that your team is a fail? Let's take this replay as an example. This is a tier 6 battle and I'm driving my TOG, as usual. I am one of the top tier tanks along with the KV-85. I've had matches where a KV-85 and a KV-1S stuck with my TOG and we all worked together. In those instances, we wiped out any opposition we came across. Finding that sort of teamwork in random battles is very rare, unless you're in a platoon, but I have found that platooning with any other non-premium tier 6 tank while driving Tug will put you in Tier 8 battles. And against Tier 8 medium and heavy tanks, Tug is just a target. So I never platoon with non-premium Tier 6 tanks if I can help it. I try not to, actually. If I platoon at all, it will be with other Togs or with some other premium Tier 6 tank. I wasn't in a platoon, as you can see, however, being that as teamwork is so very rare in World of Tanks, I didn't have real high hopes for Tog getting any support. So I thought maybe it would be a good idea just to follow along behind and attempt to clean up what was left, should the team fail miserably, as it usually does. The enemy team consists of only one Tier 6 heavy tank and 3 Tier 5 heavy tanks, while our team had 2 Tier 5 heavy tanks and 2 Tier 6 heavy tanks. While we had them beat on the number of tank destroyers, they had more medium tanks than we did. It's actually not a bad balance and matchup, but I wasn't real inspired simply because of the map in which Tog was playing. The Sacred Valley map isn't one of the best maps for Tog, though it is better than something like Redshire. While the building and trees provide lots of visual cover, the buildings are easily knocked down and provide no protection whatsoever for Tog from incoming fire. Also, considering the size of the map, once Tog makes it to a certain point on the map, there is no turning back to defend the base. That's pretty standard for any map while driving a Tog, actually. You either stay behind and camp base to defend it, or you push ahead to attack and hope like hell your team doesn't go into complete fail mode. Otherwise, you end up facing 3 or 4 enemy tanks, and while Tog is a very strong tank, facing that many enemies is a bad deal all the way around. The standard strategy on the Sacred Valley map is for the heavy tanks and sometimes mediums to go to the area marked here on the map in red. You'll recognize the area by the pretty waterfall. This area is pretty good for brawling heavy tanks, and the area immediately around the serene waterfall becomes strategically important very quickly. With most heavy tanks, especially Russian tanks, with their shitty gun depression, it's advised to stay out of the south route marked here in blue. Depending on which base you start out on, your options are quite limited. If you start out on the west base, you have to make the run up the mountain, and enemy tanks are typically parked in the small village shrine area in the southeast corner, just waiting for targets to come up that narrow road. The area in the center, marked here in green, is more wide open, with more chances of maneuvering. And this is usually where medium tanks fight it out, covered by tank destroyers guarding the base. The area immediately south of the castle is a bad place to be, as it is overlooked from various points leading up to the village shrine in the southeast corner of the map. So how do you know when your team is a fail? Well, here we are on the Sacred Valley map. And like I said, oh, this doesn't inspire confidence. RS Void says, just got this tank, hope it's good.
Time to roll out.
Yeah, that didn't inspire a lot of confidence in me. So I'm headed up towards where the heavy tanks usually duke it out, because I figure I can do better up there. See, I got a Hellcat going on over there. There goes the T-3485, the T-37, the KV-1. Oh, look, there's the KV-85. The other top tier tank, camping at the bridge. Well, boy, they say, oh, just a field day for tier 7s in the battle chat. There's no tier 7s in the battle chat, in the battle at all, so it's not a field day. As you can see in battle chat, they're just chatting it all up. Oh, wait. Oh, no, not another one of these idiots. Here's a good way to stop them from trying to push Tog. Just stop. They get the idea and they go on around. Continuing on down through here. Oh, look. There's the Type 58. Oh, he spotted me. Oh, I got him acquired. I missed that shot, but then the M4 takes a shot. Boom, I got him. Dead bang. Oh, you're dead. Time to go back to the garage. Bye-bye. See ya. Oh, look. The KV-1S is using me as a meat shield. That's not the first time. But as I was saying, there's no sense in chatting it up in battle chat during the battle. Worry about winning the fucking battle, for Christ's sakes. Oh, look, I got the SU-100Y platoon up here with me. Where's all my heavy tanks? I got a KV-1S. Where's the other ones? Oh, that's right. One went down, the KV-1 went down the middle, and the KV-85 is camping at the bridge. Actually, that's kind of a good idea, because as you can see at the map down on the right hand side, there's a heavy tank hiding up there. And fortunately for me, the KV-85 did not try to go up through there, because if he had, we would have been really screwed. So he's not failing completely, but it's still kind of a fail, because we've got a Hellcat up here, we got a T-50, we got a VK-30-1P, and a Cromwell. As you can see, the tank destroyer platoon's going on up there, and so is the KV-1S. And I said, no, I'm not trying to climb that hill. I'm going to continue on going this way. And I know that Cromwell was over here, so I took a shot and it went into the dirt. And I got him acquired, so all I got to do is get up here. And as soon as there it is right there, for 153 damage, he decides, oh, I'm going to hide behind this rock. Oh, wait, you can't shoot through a rock, son. But he says, oh, I'm going to hide behind this rock from Tog. That's a full health. Oh, no, there's 161 damage. He decides maybe he better go. Ooh, right in the side. He takes a shot into Tog's tracks. Ooh, one more shot and Cromwell's dead. And there it is. Boom. You're dead. Go back to the garage. See ya, bye. No, T1 Heavy's down there. Oh, let's talk it out. Oh, I don't even want to hear that. They're just trying to distract people with the battle chat. That's what they're doing. So I'm looking at the map. I see that the KV-1S is still alive. The SU-100s are still alive. They took care of everything behind me. And I don't know what's going on down by base, but the middle's left open. The KV-1's gone. So I figure I'm far enough away, I'm halfway across the map, I might as well head right on for the enemy base. As you can see, the T-43, the guy that said, oh, I just got this tank, how does it play? He got destroyed. The enemy team's leading 9-8 at this point. Somebody's at our base. I see 3 tanks heading for our base. We've got the KV-1S and 3 tank destroyers, well, 2 tank destroyers now, going back to defend. There's no reason for Tog to turn around, so Tog just keeps on rolling towards the enemy base. And I'm not on anybody's radar because I haven't been spotted, so they don't know where I'm at. As you can see, I've got pretty much all of my health. Oh, somebody spotted me. I don't even know where that came from, to be honest. I never seen that tank that spotted me that time. But as you can see, the KV-1S is gone, and one of the SU-100Ys. They just killed the well, there goes the KV-1S, and the KV-85. He's still hanging around. No, he's dead too. All that's left down there is the SU-100Y platoon and me. And I just made it to the enemy base. I figured I'd go around here and dip in behind this building and park. Cover myself from at least the right hand side. I got the mountain on my left. Now this is how you know your enemy team failed right here. If Tog makes it all the way to the cap circle, you know your team failed. As you can see, they're still fighting it out down there. They don't have anybody spotted, but now they know somebody's on their enemy base, so somebody turns around. And I just sat here on the enemy base, racking up capture points, because when you get 100, you get an invader medal, especially if you do it by yourself. And the whole time I'm sitting here, I'm worried about somebody coming up on my right hand side. As you can see, I'm looking over to the right, seeing if anybody's going to come sneaking around the buildings over there. So that's why I got the building in between me and the area over here to the right. And I'm getting closer to capturing the enemy base. We're at 70 points right now. And I was getting a little worried. I'm like, okay, where are these guys at? Because I know somebody's going to be coming to reset. Somebody's going to turn around and say, oh, God, we got to go reset. We got to go reset, you know, and it's to 85 now. And I'm getting really anxious at this point because I'm like, geez, I don't know. Oh, boy, I don't know. Somebody spotted me. That means that, oh, look, I just captured their base. Here comes a T1 Heavy, and you're dead. That's all there was. When Tog gets an invader medal, you know without a shadow of a doubt that your team was a fail. Let's take a look at the battle results for this match. I made 21,569 credits for this battle on a standard account with 652 experience points, and I got 3 kills. Congratulations to Shadow Sniper 111 driving the Type 59, General Motors driving the Cromwell, and Ice Runner driving the T1 Heavy. You have all been Tog bagged. You may now cross that off your bucket list and continue on with your plans to go to Disneyland. I got a Mastery Badge 2nd class for this battle, which isn't anything special, but it is what it is. I got the Duelist Ribbon for destroying tanks which inflicted damage on Tog, which wasn't much at all. And finally, I got the Invader Medal for capturing the enemy base single-handedly. That is how you know that your team is an utter fail. If Tog makes it all the way to your base and gets the Invader Medal, you have every right to say that your team was a fail. I have to give props to Ice Runner and his T1 Heavy, though, for coming back to try to reset the cap, but he did it on almost no health and far too late in the match for it to make a difference. I'm not sure if he was just trying to YOLO it just to get that match done with, or he thought he might actually get there in time. I almost felt kind of bad for him, to be honest, rolling up to a nearly full health Tog and getting Tog bagged after his base had already gotten captured. That last second kill is very disappointing, like I said. I almost feel bad for him. Almost. Okay, not really, but it's the thought that counts, right? Taking a look at the team scores, the only ones left alive on my team besides Tog were the SU-100Y platoon of Gold Talons and G. Freeman, who both had an astoundingly good match, earning a Brothers in Arms medal and doing 1,096 and 2,219 damage respectively. Big props to both of them for defending the base while Tog got the Invader medal. The only other one worth mentioning on my team is Flatbow in the M4A3E2, who got 1 kill and 1,470 damage, and while he didn't survive the battle, I'm pretty sure he was glad for the win when Tog capped the enemy base. I wonder if he thought to himself that the other team were fails when Tog got the Invader medal. On the opposing team, Colonel Casserole had a great game despite the loss in his SU-122-44 with 5 kills and 2,369 damage, earning him the high caliber medal. Only a couple of his team did anything worth mentioning though. The T-37 driven by Rafi Jaz got 1,495 damage, and the T-150 driven by JSE-13 got a respectable 1,234 damage with 1 kill. But you know, you have to think at that point, what do you got to do to win a battle? 5 kills and 2,369 damage on a loss? Colonel Casserole pretty much was carrying his whole team. The rest of the opposing team, well, yeah, they were fails. I'm not sure where the Churchill 1 was hiding, but wherever she parked her tank for most of the match, someone needs to teach her how to play World of Tanks. I would have been pissed off at her if she was on my team. Remember I said before, it doesn't really matter if your tank gets destroyed if you at least pull your weight by getting a fire for effect ribbon or a kill or two. Sitting and camping is only useful as long as you are inflicting damage upon enemy vehicles. If you aren't doing shit, you should think about rolling out and getting your ass to work. The detailed report of this battle isn't anything really special for T.A.P. I only fired 10 shots, and 7 of those hit the target. Remember, you can't shoot through hills and you can't shoot through the rock. I only took 3 hits in the battle, and those were so minor that they barely even scratched the paint job of the mighty HMS Tuna Salad. I received 21,569 credits, and after the rather laughable 864 credit repair cost, I ended up with 20,705 credits. I got a total of 847 experience points after the premium vehicle bonus. This battle took place at 7:14 p.m. in the evening while I was playing on the North American East server. Well, this has been the Anonymous Patriot with another installment in my World of Tanks series, teaching people how to recognize if your team is a complete fail. Remember, if you like this video, give it a like, as it helps out my channel a lot. And please remember to share and subscribe for more World of Tank replays. Have fun and good luck out there, tankers. Talk to you later.